Ben Affleck hit it big in Hollywood when he was still pretty young.
And the Oscar goes to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
He was just 25 when he and Matt Damon won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for writing Good Will Hunting at the 70th Academy Awards. Just a few years before that, he was in Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused, but he had been acting in small parts since 1981, so he had already put in plenty of work. Between Dazed and Good Will Hunting, Damon and Affleck struck up a friendship with Clerks director Kevin Smith, who cast Affleck in 1997's Chasing Amy, Affleck's breakthrough role as an actor. The movie was successful at the box office and with critics, which is unusual for a Kevin Smith film. Smith was instrumental in helping Good Will Hunting get made in the first place. He took it to Harvey Weinstein, who agreed to produce the movie and let Affleck and Damon star in it. He had two significant roles in 1998, Shakespeare in Love and Armageddon, the latter of which was the highest grossing film of that year. The Michael Bay directed film, while not scientifically accurate, is still pretty fun. I highly recommend checking out the commentary track that comes with the movie. In 1999, Damon and Affleck reunited to lead Kevin Smith's Dogma, where they play a couple of fallen angels. Because of how the film treated Catholicism and the Catholic Church, it was denounced as blasphemous and led to death threats against Smith. Perhaps in part because of the backlash, the film was a commercial and critical success. Around this time, Affleck started coming into his own as a leading man with movies like Forces of Nature, Bounce, Reindeer Games, Pearl Harbor, Changing Lanes, The Sum of All Fears, and Daredevil. But his film after Daredevil was 2003's Geely, where he co-starred alongside Jennifer Lopez, who he was in a highly publicized relationship with. The movie was a flop, commercially and critically, and perhaps ended director Martin Brest's career. Brest hasn't directed a film since. His next few films were also critical failures. That, coupled with the negative media attention on his relationship with Lopez, led to Affleck taking a break after 2004's Jersey Girl. When he reemerged, it wasn't just as an actor. It would be as an actor and a director. His directorial debut was 2007's Gone Baby Gone, a critical success that was hailed as one of the best movies of 2007. He wrote, directed, and starred in 2010's The Town, a critical and commercial success. He directed and starred in 2012's Argo as well, which won an Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Film Editing. He directed and starred in 2023's Air, a film about how Nike's Air Jordans got started. The film, like many of his other directorial efforts, was a critical success. It was meant to be released on Amazon as a streaming-only film, but after test screenings proved successful, it was released in theaters where it did $90 million at the box office against a budget of $70 to $90 million. Not all actors are able to make a successful move into directing, and there are only a handful that are able to do the trifecta of writing, acting, and directing, which Affleck has proven unusually adept at. He seems to be judicious with his directorial projects, only doing a handful since 2007. He's done plenty of acting-only work since then as well. State of Play, The Company Men, To the Wonder, Runner Runner, the critically and commercially successful Gone Girl, playing Batman in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League, The Accountant, The Last Duel, doing some cameos for Kevin Smith, and more. He was slated to direct, write, and act in 2022's The Batman, but stepped down. Affleck, like others, made a successful comeback after a short career slump. He's certainly a capable director. The critical and commercial success bears that out. His upcoming films seem to only have him as a producer. Those films are being produced through the production company he and Damon set up, Artists Equity, which focuses on indie films and sharing profits with all stakeholders. Affleck says he'll only work on films exclusively through Artists Equity from now on, so I think we're in store for a lot more Affleck-directed features. And if the past is anything to go by, they should be great.